The Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 marketplace just received a massive expansion, shifting the focus from individual runways to entire city skylines, from the historic spires of Istanbul to the modern high-rises of Bratislava. This week is all about enhancing your VFR experience. We're diving into a huge wave of Cityscape updates alongside the return of the 1935 historical collection and challenging modern hubs like Paro International. There's a lot of ground to cover, so let's see which of these urban and airport upgrades deserve spot in your airport. I've organized today's releases into 3 categories: the Cityscape and Landmarks collection, or Modern International Gateways, and the 1935 Vintage series. Let's start with the cities. And the first package is the Istanbul Cityscape from ACscenery. But before diving into this one, let's look at how it currently looks like in Flight Simulator 2024 with the default content. So, welcome to Istanbul. This is the default scenery in Flight Simulator 2024. You can see already bridges, you can see a lot of boats, you can see the cityscape itself, and it's a really big city, so we're not gonna fly over the full city because that's almost impossible. I'm gonna cover some areas to see how it looks like, and then hopefully we will match it with the content which will be added by these nice update packages from ACscenery. So let's push the stick forward and let's say speed up a bit. And let's see if we can uncover some nice things. Because this is the default scenery, right? So default scenery with photogrammetry. You can see that likely there are some poise being added. I switched off the poi labels, but there definitely are a lot of pois in Istanbul, which you can visit using this nice helicopter, the H125. You can see a lot of buildings over there. But what you are missing is some bridges. Because I think that based on what I saw already on the screenshots, there are definitely some new bridges which have been added. As you can see, we're also, let's say, heading to the airport a bit because there are some other people flying around, which is always good. We're almost at the, let's say, border of the city. We can have a look at that part because likely there is also some water, so maybe also some bridges, which are currently not available, or maybe are under the water, but with this package are now, let's say, elevated above the water. Although if you look, let's say, a little bit closer there, you can already see some, I would say, bridge above the water, which is already good. See that the buildings over here are already pretty detailed compared to, let's say, some other cities in Flight Simulator 2024. Is there room for improvement? Definitely there is, but hey, it already looks pretty nice. See some improvements here, right? If you look at this road below us, that looks a little bit weird, to be honest. But these are some buildings, right? Some larger buildings which are likely hand created, because you can see they are a little more detailed compared to the other ones. So let's now jump back to the package and see how it looks like. So we're back in the marketplace and let's see what they have added. They added 150 custom hand buildings. They added night textures, PBR textures, and also there's some good news because it's compatible with some airports which were released earlier. They say that they have added a lot. So yeah, let's look, right? Here you can see, say, some soccer stadia, the bridge, and compared to the default bridge, this is indeed really looking good. Also this part, a lot of improvements have been added. Also the ships here, which are not there by default. Yeah, this, well, it looks pretty nice. Also during the night, doing some, I would say, foggy weather. and then we're at the start again. So nice package, and the good news is that you can rent it, and this price is, I would say, doable compared to some other packages. So you can rent it, try it out, and if you like it, you can simply buy it, because this will then be deducted from the, let's say, total price. So have a look at it and then decide wisely. Then Bratislava Cityscape from ACscenery. Same developer as the previous package, Istanbul. In this case, they added 275 custom hand buildings, night textures, PBR textures. We're not gonna fly over the city now. We're gonna just look at some of the screenshots, because else it will take too much time and will be a very long video if we're gonna compare everything. So before you buy this, try it out yourself and then see if you rent this package, because you can rent it, if it definitely has improved. If I look at the screenshots, I see a lot of additions being done. I see a lot of custom buildings. I can see a lot of more detail has been added. So for me, this would be, say, something with which I might have put on my, I would say, wish list. And you can still do that, right? Because there's that option in, I would say, the marketplace where you can simply put a heart, so you remember, so you don't have to remember it. And then the last one in this category, the Albuquerque Cityscape, also from ACscenery. In this case, they went to New Mexico and they added a lot of details here, right? So they added a lot of text here, but if you look at this, they added the main city buildings, the night texture and PBR text were improved, and it's also compatible with an airport which has been released. There are no screenshots for this one for some reason, so we need to do it with screenshots on the top, which makes it always a little bit harder. But if you look at this, they have added a lot, also wear and tear on the buildings. You can see a lot of, say, additional details which they have put on the buildings. And looks like that also the number of pictures is being, let's say, decreased, because, oh, here's a different one. The surroundings, the night look or the night view. So this is also an interesting one. And again, you can rent it first, and then if you decide to buy it, then the amount you paid for the rent will be deducted from the total price. Before looking at the airport itself, let's look at how it currently looks like in Flight Simulator 2024. So this is the default Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 edition of the Paro International Airport, Victor, Quebec, Papa Romeo. You can see that there are some surrounding buildings. You can see it has been modeled, let's say, pretty cool, but let's look a little bit closer, because then you'll definitely see the differences when I show you the screenshots of this package which has been made available in the marketplace. So currently you can see there are a lot of ground surfaces, really nice, but those are the default ground surfaces. If we look at this building, it looks pretty good, right? Some wear and tear, also a lot of details. If we come a little bit closer, we can see all the details over here, except in the concrete, but the wear and tear there on the top between the roof and the wall, that's pretty nice. And also the rest of the buildings looks, I would say, well, nicely modeled. If we're gonna look a little bit higher, we can see that the aprons also have wear and tear. We can see that the, let's say, runways and as well as the taxiways have those lines, which is good. Not too many cars, not too many surrounding buildings. Let me speed up a little bit with the drone so we can look at this part. Also, you can see some more cars are popping up. This is like the cargo area or something. So the default scenery doesn't look too bad, to be honest, but let's now have a look at how that new version looks like, because you will be amazed. So this is Paro International Airport, Victor, Quebec, Papa Romeo. The airport is in Bhutan. It's nestled in the narrow Himalayan valley. There's no ILS, no PAPI, no run lights, which makes it a real challenge to land there. So let's have a look at the screenshots. And if you compare this with the default scenery, which we just had a look at, you will be amazed, because this is super detailed, right? A lot of details, a lot of, I would say, additions have been made to the airport, which, let's say, make this a complete new airport almost, even if you look at this. Also, you can see that, I'd say, it's not easy to land, but that's, I would say, is a chance for you. So make sure you can land safely on this airport if you buy this package. Tulum International Airport, Mike Tango Lima. This is the next airport in this modern international and regional gateway section. This airport is also known as the Jungle Airport because it's in the middle of the jungle of Yucatan Peninsula. There is a lot of modern things because it's relatively a new airport, also in the real world. So let's look at the screenshots which were provided. As you can see, there are a lot of things which are referring to, say, the old Mexican style. You can see also signs here. You can see emergency services, all the nice things. So this is really a cool package, including buses dropping passengers, including the night lighting has been updated, including, let's say, some statues outside. So a super nice airport. Montrose Regional Airport, Kilo Mike Tango Juliet. This airport is developed by ACscenery builders. It's located in northwest of Montrose. There's a non-towered public airport. And if we scroll down, we can see some details. So this is the airport. As you can see, cars parked outside. You can see the terminal building without interior. Be aware of that. You can see the hangars. Not sure if they can open and close. That's, I would say, pretty hard to say because they didn't include too many pictures. But still, this could be an interesting one if you love to fly in this area. And now we're going back into history. The first one is Friedrichshafen, 1935, Echo Delta, November Yankee. This airport is located in Germany. And as you can see, the pictures are, I would say, pretty cool, including a Zeppelin. I'm not sure how you call it, but that's likely the name. You can see a lot of details here. You can also see that all the rest of the traffic is also in that old style. Also, if you see passengers, maybe somewhere in the pictures, you will also see that they're in, I would say, wearing clothes in that style. Here's some other aircrafts. I think those are the Junkers. I'm not 100% sure about that. And here you can also see that airship. That airship, by the way, is not included in the package. So don't be disappointed if you buy this package and you don't see it because it's not included. It's also somewhere in the description of the package. So this is Friedrichshafen 1935 style. Then we've got 1935 Schiphol, Echo Hotel Alpha Mike. This, by the way, is now visible. And for those who visited the FS weekend, you probably recognize this building because it's over there now. At least similar style. If we look at this, you can see the same things, right? It brings back the airport in a very old style with all kind of old aircrafts, including, I'll say, some old, advertising, including old hangars, including old cars, including people wearing very old clothes. So super nice. If you love to fly in history, then this is a package which you could put on your list. And then the last one in this category, the London Croydon, 1935 Echo Golf Charlie number 1. This airport brings you also back in old style. You can see old, say, refueling facilities. You can see also the old, I would say, air screenshots. You can see also the old buildings, the old hangar buildings. Also, this one is super nice. Not too many pictures. Also, older aircrafts, as you can see. So again, this is where this part of the video ends. From the sweeping 1930s horizons of Schiphol to the detailed modern skylines of Istanbul and Albuquerque, this week's update significantly fills in the gap of the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 world. Whether you're interested in historical flight or urban exploration, there's a high quality pick for everyone. The biggest question: are you prioritizing these new city overhauls or are you heading back in time with a 1935 collection? Let me know in the comments which of these landmarks or airports you'll be flying over first. If this breakdown helped you navigate the latest marketplace arrivals, don't forget to hit that like button. Thanks for watching and hope to see you back next week.